I am Dana K. White, author of Decluttering at the Speed of Life. These are my 4 tubs of props and costumes. This is identity clutter, okay? A lot of times storage is identity related. Here's how this went. In the course of all my decluttering over the years, I came across a lot of props and costumes because I used to be a theater arts teacher. I'm also someone who would do theater stuff, like at my church. You know, I write plays and scripts and stuff like that. So it was legitimately something that was part of my life. I haven't done it in a while. And so when I recently, like last Saturday, went out to my garage to look for a hat that my husband needed for a costume, I realized I had not looked in these bins in a very long time. Now they had a space. They were stored. They were not taking up the space that was needed for anything else. So I could keep them. Okay, that's how the container concept works. Like if it's not, now if these were like taking up the space that I needed for the stuff that we do use all the time, they can't stay. But it was a great realization for me that I don't need all of this, partly because I looked in the top 2 and then moved those over onto the deep freeze, which was next to it. Looked in the 3rd one and decided I don't feel like moving everything and looking in the 4th one. And I went, okay, well then obviously there's too much. I decided I am going to purge, okay? My goal here is to get rid of stuff, okay? I know that I do not need all of this. At the time when I packed it all up, I thought, yeah, I do need it. But I haven't needed to look in these in several years. Okay, that's one of my decluttering things. Look, always look. That's what happened on Saturday when I was looking for that hat. And because I looked in them instead of just thinking, that's props and costumes, that's where that goes, which it is where they go. I actually looked and went, oh my goodness, there's stuff in here that I'm never going to use. And so now I am going to look again and I am going to try to just consolidate this. My goal is to consolidate this down to 2 bins. 1 would be great, but 2 is my goal. We'll see. Okay. All right. So let me go get my donate box. I have a really big donate box because my hope is to get rid of a whole lot of stuff. I'm going to go into this assuming that where I would look for the stuff that's in here first is in here. Okay. So I'm just going to be asking myself the questions. Would it ever occur to me that I already had one of whatever it is that I'm going to find? Okay. Y'all are going to be as surprised as me. Would it ever occur to me that I already had a beard? Okay, yeah, it would actually. Yeah, I did know that I had these. Would it occur to me that I already had 2 beards? Yes, it would. Yes, I would know. Oh my word, this is actually what I was looking for. See, that's why I need to have fewer so that it won't be as hard to do. Okay. That, I'm going to call that a no. Pretty sure my daughter got rid of the dress that I'm sure she grew out of a really long time ago that went with this hat. You want to see what this is? Okay. All right. I have other tap shoes now that were post-children, so, you know, these don't fit anymore. See, here's my problem. I think I'm going to want to keep everything. Okay, this is my dad's National Guard stuff. Okay, but I'm going to look inside. I needed a clown outfit. I would not know that I already had one. Either Christmas or potentially some country colors. I don't know. See, I want it now. I would not know that I had a Raggedy Ann wig, so I'm going to get rid of that. I would not have known I had the other clown outfit or this one. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I've got issues. Okay. I vaguely remember being super proud of owning this, but y'all, I would not have known that I had Raggedy Andy or Ann costumes. Another apron. Nope. Somebody is going to be so excited to find all these, right? Maybe, surely there's someone else in the world who would be excited about this kind of stuff. More clownish stuff, I think. Clown collar. Whew. Socks. I would not go looking for these because I would not know that I had red and white striped socks. I'm telling y'all, here's the thing. Here's the beauty of would it ever occur to me that I already had these. These are cool. They may not be cool to you, but let me just tell you, as someone who is a former theater arts teacher, these are cool. But I have to be realistic and say, if I needed red striped socks, which I legitimately might need at some point, it would never occur to me that I already had some. So I'm getting rid of them. This is hard. There's more Raggedy Ann, I think. I don't know what this, oh, it's a little hat. Oh my goodness. Nope, don't need it. All right, would never know that I had it. I think it's the whole, maybe it's like a Christmas Raggedy Ann and Andy. I really think this was a jackpot when I found it. It's gonna be somebody else's jackpot. No, okay. That is one of, oh, see, more matching socks. This is painful, y'all. It's painful. I don't know, but it goes with it. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know why it has that on there, but I think it's more, golly. Oh my goodness. I did not know that I had a Holly Hobby hat. Y'all, I am a woman of the, born in the 70s. I'm excited to find it, but I would not have gone, if I needed a Holly Hobby hat, I would not have gone looking for it. And even though I did need this, and I did go looking for it, I had more stuff than I could handle, more stuff than was worth my time to go through, and I didn't actually end up finding it. So, see, this is like Indiana Jones costume or something. And this is just cool, right? Okay, so I have trash. I didn't think there would be trash in here. There's always trash. Okay, so I'm putting that there, pretending like I've got something to put it in. Okay, yes, I did know I had this. I would go looking for this water pouch thing. Okay, everything else in here is stuff that I did know I had, and I would go looking for it. Whew. I took a lot out, but there's a lot more that needs to go in there. Okay, let's see what's, oh, wow. Okay, so this is not actually costumes. Time magazine with John Travolta on the cover. All right, here's a decision I'm gonna make. We have had this discussion before. We will have it again. This was not what I was gonna be doing. This can go at the bottom. I am going to go get a permanent marker, and I'm going to label this box. So I don't have to worry about going through this one if I'm looking for costumes, because this is not costumes. Now that I have stuff that I think I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna leave it in there and move things from here either into this one to try to consolidate, or, and I'm gonna flip this. Let's see, well, no, I like that, come on. Or into the donate box. No. Why? What? Awesome. If I needed a hat that is a flower, it would not occur to me that I already had one. So here we go. Boy, that second question is coming in so useful. This is a bunch of those little, yeah, somebody else will be excited. I'm getting rid of those. Fabric, I am gonna get rid of that. I would not, if I needed fabric, would it occur to me that I already had this kind of fabric? No. I remember making something out of this. I think it was like a monk costume maybe for medieval day or something like that. However, I did not remember that I had leftover fabric. So if I had needed fabric like that, I would not have gone looking for it. Okay, here is a doorknob and a doorbell kit. I wonder if this still works. It's a, so that off stage if somebody needs to, but there's not an actual door. My dog is like, who is that? It would not occur to me that I already had a fake door. Oh, I'm keeping the doorknob. The doorknob is from my college apartment. Do not tell my old landlord. And it's awesome. It's tough because now I know that I have a doorbell. And this is like the British sounding one, like perfect for a bald soprano. Zzz, zzz. that kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe in Britain you also have ding dong bells, but this is what I think of as a British doorbell. So I have the stuff for it. And so it's tough because I'm like, if I need a doorbell, that's going to be hard because now I'm going to remember. And yet, this is where I have to have a reality check and say, if I needed a doorbell, which I legitimately might in the future, if I needed a doorbell, now I would remember, oh, that's right, the doorbell. But the truth is, if I was not going through this stuff right now, it would never occur to me that I already had a doorbell. And so I would either go out and buy another doorbell, or I would do what I think I did another time when I did Bald Soprano after this one, which was we rolled the ding dong thing from the band, like that. It's like rolls and it's big and from the percussion section. I think we rolled that onto the stage and used that. So I'm pretty sure I have done the same play again and did not occur to me that this. So yes, I might spend money on another doorbell. Yes, I might come up with another solution other than buying a doorbell. However, even though now I would remember that I had it, the truth is I want this space decluttered. So I'm giving that top priority. Okay. Yes, I would know that I had this and I would go looking in here in the prop thing. More parts of my doorbell. I'm going to put those all together so that on the rare chance that someone's excited to find a Buzz Buzz doorbell, they will have all the pieces together. Okay, let's see. It's an ear. It would never have occurred to me to go look for an ear in here. This would never occur to me to go look for it in there. Somehow Christmas stuff ended up in there. Well, guess what? We're donating it all together. This is greatness. Okay. These are some of the breeches that I sewed. Shakespeare pants. This is a cowboy boot. I have looked for cowboy boots and never would have thought to look in here because we actually have cowboy boots. Why would I need that? This would be great to be a mouse. I've never actually used it. It's just something I collected. Here's a bigger pair of Shakespeare breeches. I'm gonna keep these because anybody I know who needed Shakespeare breeches would need the bigger ones. Okay, here's the other cowboy boot. I would know that I had my blue belt that I earned in college. Thank you very much. And I would go looking for it. Okay, what is this? Okay, it's like it's like a fancy type robe, except that I have directed 50 bajillion Christmas shows, Christmas wise men things, and never thought to go looking in here because we had plenty at church. This is going to be a dud because whatever it would be for, we know people who have those vests and we could borrow one. This is cool. Pajamas from the Bald Soprano. I'm going to say no because I would not have gone looking for them. It never would have occurred to me that I already had them and that I'd kept them. Karate uniform, I would totally remember. That was mine from college. I took it for my PE in college and earned my blue belt because that was the first belt in that kind of karate. I would not go looking for this. The other ear, which is always good to have if you've got one ear, would not. Here's the thing, with a lot of this kind of stuff, it's like, oh, a pink ring box. Never occurred to me that I needed that. This kind of stuff, these are things we would make do. We would find out of the stuff that we have in our everyday life. I don't need these as props. I'm sure I thought this was super cool to act like I was being a barber, and yet now I've lived a lot of years and we actually have these that work and that we have used in the past on our own people and our family's hair. More Shakespeare breeches. I'm only keeping one. A chef's hat. I do remember. Yes, I would go looking for that. Weird suit, pajamas, angel wings. Nah. See how the farther you go, the more you start getting rid of stuff, the more it's like, nah, nah, nah. This is the first wig I ever bought. And it shows I am getting rid of that. Okay. This is now empty. Oh, oh my goodness. I did not mean to put this in there, the mouse thing. Okay. So this one's now empty. Yay. We are down to 1 out of 2 costume things. Okay. Yes, I would remember that I had this cute hat. Yes, I would remember I had 1 Mickey hand. Yes, I would remember that I had a bug hat. No, I would not remember that I had that hat. Yes, I would remember that I had butterfly wings. No, I would not remember nor need any lion thing this small. What in the actual world? I want to keep it, but I don't remember. I would not have remembered that I had it, so I'm not going to keep it. Flapper dress. No. Oh my goodness. I so remember buying this, and I would totally go looking for it. More clown stuff. Oh my word. I know exactly why I bought this at a garage sale. You know why? Because there was a little girl in my kindergarten class. Can't remember her name. She wore dresses like this every single day to kindergarten, and I was always so jealous. So I probably bought this as a costume thinking it would be fun to dress my daughter up in, and she either it sat in these boxes until she was grown out of it and she never even knew about it, or she more likely went, I'm not wearing something itchy, Mother. Oh my word. Oh my word. It's a white little boy tuxedo. How cute is that? I would never know I had it. Somebody, I mean, it's going to have to be cleaned. I hope it's okay, but somebody's going to be beyond excited, right? To find that. Oh my goodness. This is cool. I think I would know that I had something like that, and I would go looking. This is the little girl Dorothy costume. I don't think my daughter ever wore. And a clown hat. Okay, that was actually not that hard. Okay, let me see. Now is where the container concept comes in. So I have consolidated 3 of these tubs into 1 tub. And now the reality is, if it does not fit in the tub, I can't keep it. Oh, it's gonna fit. Let's see, I really think it's gonna fit just perfectly fine. Okay, so I was gonna get all 4 down to 1 or 2. Turns out this is not even costumes, but it is now labeled. And then this is all the costumes. Now this one, yep, it's already labeled props and costumes. Okay, so I'm good on that. There we go. I still am the woman who has a box of props and costumes, but I don't have 3 huge tubs. With storage, acknowledge that part of your fear may be that you're going to have to confront that your identity has changed, but give yourself permission to look. Even if it means I'm going to look, I'm not going to take anything out, but I'm going to do a lot of this, and I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to step away, because that's what happened to me on Saturday. I looked and I was like, I haven't even thought about this stuff in forever. I dreaded it, but as soon as I looked inside, I went, oh, there's definitely stuff in here that I don't remember, don't care about anymore. And so 4 days later, my brain was ready to tackle it, okay? Because it wasn't just this ambiguous, those are props and costumes, that's part of me. It didn't feel that way anymore because I had looked 4 days ago. So then I was able to come back and start moving through. And did you see the momentum? In the beginning, I was asking myself the question, would it ever occur to me that I already had a doorbell? Would it already occur to me that I already had a little horn thingy? And by the end, it was just like, oh, go, 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 keep, yeah. Okay, see what I'm saying? But those things will get you going. I would love to hear what crazy things you've stored for identities that are either in your past or are different than they were in the past. I don't know. Okay, talk to you guys next week. Bye.